Hey there everybody, this is Tonio with Tonio's Reviews, and today I'm going to be doing a vlog of all the stuff I've done, all the reviews I've done so far, how they're holding up, what's going on with them, what's going on with me, all that good business. So we'll just see how this goes. First video I did was of the Vetter Light Tuck holster. I still am in love with that holster. It is comfortable, works great, it's a good price, works great. Vetter Light Tuck, thumbs up. The next one I did was on the Monster Bluetooth headphone. You plug in a transmitter into your TV, and then you can it came with a set of headphones, but you can also pair earbuds or any other Bluetooth headphones to it. That's working great. My father-in-law uses it daily. It does have a little bit of a delay if you get the volume turned up on the TV, and there's I think that I don't remember which ones. It's just a half a second, quarter of a second maybe delay in those, which when he's watching it's fine. When we're watching it with him and he's got to have those in and we have to have it up kind of loud, it kind of bothers him a little bit, and I can't figure out how on our TV, I don't believe it has a setting to adjust that. I know I have a NVIDIA Shield, and I can hook my headphones up to that Bluetooth, and one set of my headphones does have a delay, but you can go in to the settings on the screen where you're watching it, into the video part, and move it backward or forward till it matches where they're talking. I mean, you're not hearing two different voices. On that one, when you hook up the Bluetooth, that's all you have is the Bluetooth. So, but you can adjust it, but I can't find one on our TV to do that. So that's the only little drawback on those Bluetooth headphones. Otherwise, they still get a thumbs up. The next one is this Pop Voice microphone. I'm wearing it today. I don't know if you can see it. I like it. I feel like the sound quality on my videos is better when I'm wearing this. The drawback is I have another camera. It's a Kodak camera, and I can't plug it into that. I can only plug it in. Well, right now, the only camera I have that I can plug it in is my iPhone camera, and that's what I'm using right now. And I've actually got it turned backwards so I can see myself. I like that. You probably noticed on a lot of my videos, I'm not centered, or I'm off screen when I'm doing something because I can't see what I'm doing with that other camera. It doesn't have the ability for me to see or to turn the screen around on the same side as the lens. But the Pop Voice microphone, and for the price, I mean, it was like around $15, and it's got a super long cord. You know, I mean, I could go into the other room and still talk, and you could hear me, and just look at the little cubby back here. But it was a good choice. It gets a thumbs up. What's next? The Whirlpool refrigerator. Refrigerator's working fine, working great. We did kind of downgrade from the refrigerator we had before. It was a Samsung. It was big. I think it was like around $3,000. This one was around $1,500. Probably the same size. Doesn't have the ice and water in the door where you have to open. You know, right now you have to open the door, push a button, and get water out. And the little casing around that push button has cracked. I don't know if you remember, but they dropped our refrigerator on the way. don't think that was cracked when they brought it. I think that happened after. I'm not sure what happened to it. It doesn't bother anything. It still works. It's still there. I mean, it hadn't fallen off or anything like that. So still works fine. You can get the ice out of the bottom, but you always have ice. I've never had to defrost it. Samsung, I would have had to defrost by now. It's working great. It's big. May have more room because it don't have the ice maker up inside the top. I think that's why them things froze up all the time. But we did decide that, hey, I had the repairman tell us that they only last about 8 years. And we were like, if it's only going to last 8 years, why spend a whole lot of money for it? So we decided we'd spend, get the cheapest one with what we needed. Not all the amenities we want, but what we got. So we like it. Thumbs up on the Whirlpool. They did drop it. They still haven't brought the other one out, but this one's working great. I think they will, so we're going to get a couple of months worth out of this one and then get another new refrigerator brought to us. So, and that's thanks to Metro Appliances. I'll throw that out there. They were great people. Great to work with, had great prices. Metro Appliances, Maumelle, Arkansas. Thumbs up. Next one was the gun video, the XD9 versus the 365 XL, the Sig Sauer. And a lot to say about that. It was tabletop video. I still haven't got to shoot my P365. I'm ready to shoot it. It's like the old saying says, what's the difference between a wife and a gun? You can't have either one very long until you're just dying to shoot it. Well, I'm dying to shoot this gun, and the gun range was closed for a while because of the virus. Now it's open. I'm still not real comfortable going out. A lot of people just aren't wearing their masks. The last time I went to the gun shop to get that tactical bag, a lot of the customers were wearing their masks. They do keep everything pretty clean, but it's been pretty packed. And when I went in there to get the bag, they had no guns. Everybody has bought all the guns. I went to Academy Sports. No guns were there when I was looking for the bag. I went down the ammo aisle. All the ammo's bought up. I mean, people are freaking out over, I don't know if it's just a little bit of everything, if it's the protests, if it's the plague going on here. I'm not sure what it is, but everybody's, bought all the guns and ammo once again. So kind of don't want to go shoot because I don't want to have to buy more ammo, try to find more ammo. I've got some, I'm not hoarding it like some people, but I've got some ammo, and go to the range, I won't have as much. It's a gun. I can shoot it. I'd like to shoot it though. Would be fun. I feel like it'd be a fun gun to shoot. I've seen a lot of videos, and they all say they shoot great. So have to trust them on that for now. Next one was the Kong ball. We can't find it right now. Dingo the dog has not tore it up, although he's tried. He's not tore it up. I'm sure it's around here somewhere. He's got it lost or buried or something. Maybe at the neighbor's yard. We got a neighbor got a new dog, and sometimes we wind up with that dog's balls, and sometimes he winds up with our balls. So I'm sure it'll turn up somewhere, but it's in good shape. It's survived. The my outdoor water feature. I did some upgrades to it. I had the plastic in there to hold the plants up. I found some foam and that goes in gutters, and it fits right in there perfect. Put that foam in there and put the plants on top, and the foam keeps the water from splashing a lot. The plastic, and it might have helped if I'd have put the hole at the very bottom of the container, but the plastic where I screwed it into the wall, even though I used a big washer, it's kind of tearing through that washer. So I'm not sure if I'm going to have to go with, if I can find some that are terracotta. That's what I was originally looking for, but I couldn't find any. They said you could soak those overnight in water, and then you could drill holes through them without breaking them. So that would be nice. That would be nice and sturdy. I wouldn't, like these, I had to wire them up because they were drooping so much. They're just cheap plastic. Or if I could find a better plastic, that might be the way to go. Drill the holes at the bottom so they're not holding any extra weight. But still works. Got it running right now. Really enjoy sitting out there listening to it. Like the water feature. The Jevi espresso machine, still working great. I was really surprised at all the views I got from the Jevi espresso machine. Even though whenever I was looking at the espresso machine, there was no videos of it. So maybe that's why it's the only video that's not like a sales video for the Jevi espresso machine here on YouTube. That may help, or maybe why my views have gotten so high. But on that particular deal, it's still working good. I did, like, after I got it, it was making it'd make coffee, but it had a lot of crema on it, and there wasn't a whole lot of way. I tried grinding the beans more so it's a finer powder, pressing harder. That kind of helps a little bit, but I got to looking at some other espresso, the filter cup where you put the coffee in. I forget what it's called, but this one, the little cup comes out and it has plastic on the bottom with a little hole with some screens, and all the other ones didn't have all that. And I think this is because it is a cheaper model, but it is a 15 bar pressure, so it's got the pressure. I don't know why they put all that in there. I think it was to make more crema, make it look better or something. Maybe it'll make it easier for people. Still tastes good. I still enjoy it. I wish it was, and it has, like, when you screw it in, there's 3 grabbers. I don't know. And all the other ones, like, because I thought, well, I'll just buy another one. Well, all the other ones to buy have 2 grabbers that when you screw it in, and they're like $60 a piece. My whole machine was $100. So for the price, I mean, it's a good espresso machine. I mean, it's not a $1,000 espresso machine, but for $100, it makes a good cup of espresso. I've tried a few different coffees. I did go ahead and talk about Leva's coffee right now. That was my last video. I like their coffee. It's good. I haven't ordered any. I went, actually, They were having a little deal. If you've seen the video, they were having a Father's Day thing, and they set up outside. They don't sell to the public normally, but they set up outside, and they combine with a bakery, Dolce Luna. I don't remember. It's in the video. It's in the descriptions on the other video. But and they were selling coffee and cupcakes or something, and I went there and picked up some coffee, and it's good. I haven't ordered it. I don't know how long it takes to get here. How long it takes for them to ship and all that. By the time it goes through their website and everything, but yeah, I'm still happy with the Leyva's coffee. Happy with the espresso machine. Somebody left a comment that I think they sold these. I guess they had a store or something, and they sold these coffee makers, and they had a problem with them leaking, and the frothing wand quit working or something. But I don't know. Mine leaked a little bit. I don't know. I had it probably a week or so, and I'd wipe up water, and I'm thinking, man, that's a lot of water. So, because I'd usually just take the lid off and fill it up. Well, one day I pulled the reservoir off to take it to the sink to fill it up, and I noticed that there was a piece of that light blue packing tape that they use, and it was sticky. I don't remember if it was on the reservoir or on the other part, but it was right where the reservoir, the hole sits. So once I took that tape off, I haven't had any trouble with it leaking at all. I haven't had any trouble with the frothing wand. I did take there's a piece of the frothing wand that goes up over I guess it makes more air or something. I did take that off because I feel like it's hard to get clean. I don't have a little brush that can get up in there. I would take it out and soak it, but this way I can just wipe that off every time I froth milk. I don't froth a whole lot, but every time I froth the milk, I can just wipe that off. It is kind of flimsy, so I always try to hold it, and it's usually hot because I've just used it. I try not to let it sit there very long, but there is like a little tab, a little black piece that you can kind of hold while you take a wet rag and just kind of, once you get that milk, because it's dried and cooked on there, but once you get that cleaned off, it's fine. And I don't like all the bubbles. I still get more than what I need, or more than what I want anyway. So I haven't had any trouble with it. Somebody else has. That may be an issue. Maybe they got it fixed. But what else we got here? The Mr. Coffee Burr Mill Grinder. Works great. I like the settings. You can adjust it to how many cups you want it to grind, and you can also adjust the grind. I wish it got a little more finer grind on the espresso. When I was talking to the guy at Leyva's Coffee, I was telling him that I said it's not quite ground into a powder. I mean, you don't really want powder like Turkish coffee, but you kind of want it in between. I kind of want it in between espresso and Turkish coffee. And he said the difference between the espresso and the Turkish, when you're buying a Burr Mill grinder, is about $100. And this was about all I wanted to spend on one. It was about $40 thereabout. And you fill it full of beans and grind your coffee right before you make it. And I like it. It does pretty good. Really have to, I bought a tamper, and you really have to push pretty hard or it extracts it too fast. I do wish a coffee maker had an adjustment where you could adjust the pressure and make it go a little slower or a little faster. It doesn't have that adjustment. It's $100, you know. Cheapest, decent looking, and it works good for $100, I think. But I wish you could adjust it. You know, now I'm getting into much more expensive machines than what I need to be spending money on. And the Roma Tactical Bag, looks like that's all I've got. The Roma Tactical Bag, I like it. It's small, easy to just grab and throw over your shoulder if you're going out. You know, it does have a pocket for a gun. I keep my XD9 in there, and I put on, it has MOLLE straps. I put a bag for this water bottle. I put a couple of magazine clips on one side and then another pouch in the front. It's pretty nice. I like it. Seems to be pretty sturdy. Don't use it a lot. Kind of a go bag. I'll probably try to put some I don't know, excuse me, medical stuff in it. I've got like a CPR mask, and probably stick that in there. It's in the glove box in my truck right now, so I'll probably put that in there and put in bandages and just band-aids, stuff like that I need. I'm not like some of these guys that are prepared to go to war or nothing. Just, you know, band-aids, and I try to keep that CPR mask just in case. I used to be a firefighter, so I bought that when I was a firefighter because they didn't provide them as a volunteer, and I've had that ever since, so never had to use it. So as far as that goes, that's all the reviews I've done and where everything stands. I've done a pretty good, everything's worked out pretty good for me. Haven't had any bad, check my list here, haven't had, nothing I've done a review on has come back to bite me so far, except maybe the water feature. I do wish I had some sturdier, I used the plant, the windowsill planters. Wish I had some sturdier one of those, or had some windowsill plant holders that were iron or metal or something. But it was just a quick, kind of a one-day project, and I still enjoy it, so everything's okay there. But other than that, still kicking it, still surviving, wearing my mask, washing my hands. You do too. Be sure and be careful out there. Wear your masks, wash your hands. Be sure and like and subscribe to this to my channel. Like my other videos, go back in there and just click the like button. I need the likes. I've got not a whole lot of likes. Maybe I'm not very likable. I don't know. But anyway, that's my vlog. Maybe we'll do more. Be sure, if you get any questions, comments, leave them. I look at them. I'm not so high and mighty that I don't look at my comments. So like, subscribe, leave a comment. This is Tony O, Tony O's Reviews and Vlogs.